If you can see it here and you have the courage enough to speak it, it will happen. So a lot of times people believe in certain things, but they keep to themselves. They don't put it out there. If you truly believe in it, if you become vocal with it, you are creating that law of attraction and it will become reality.
Make this note. Don't become a victim of yourself. Forget the thief in the alley that's after your purse. What about the thief in your mind that's after your promise?
There's this thing about people and they talk about manifesting. It's fucking real, man. Manifesting is real. When you figure out who you are and what you want to do, and you devote your life to it like a maniac, like you're all in on this thing, and you manifest, most of these people end up, doing what they say they're going to do and being who they say they're going to become. It's real. And there's no excuses. There's no fucking days off. There's no, everybody's against me and this didn't happen for me because of this and that and all this whining. There's these people who dive in and they're hardcore and they're focused and they know what they want. They know who they are. And they lay out these short-term goals and this roadmap on how to get there. Most of those people make it.
He's the biggest man I've ever seen. I wouldn't want to fight him.
That's why no one will remember your name.
There's people like us where we're crazy in the sense that we believe it's almost delusional sometimes.
Yes.
You have, what's the one, I've heard this quote on the JRE before, it's like greatness and madness are next door neighbors and they just borrow each other's sugar once in a while. Bro, I can manifest like a motherfucker. Everything comes from the imagination. Everything comes from the imagination. So the power of the mind, people don't understand. We still don't understand. I still don't understand how powerful it is. I'm still learning. But I know one thing is I can make things happen. I can go into levels, I just can't tell the world, but there's levels that I've manifested things that I'm just I still shock myself. How the fuck did I make that happen? And this is not even to do with fighting. This is to do with my personal life. And I'm I made that happen. And this is through this manifesting subconsciously as well. Just years of something just manifesting, and boom, it's right there. I'm just shit, I really made that happen. It's scary, man.
True years in the gym, true wins, true losses, true life. I just realized that if you say it to yourself and you look yourself in the eye and look yourself in the mirror and truly believe that not a man alive can beat you, then that is the way it is. And just true hours in the gym and preparation, I feel that I am untouchable right now.
I want
Alrighty. Good morning, beautiful people. How are we doing? Let me know in the chat box if you can hear me loud and clear. I see the thumbs up. Amazing. Can you see my screen? Everything good? Everything running? Yes? Okay, amazing. Good. A very good morning, everyone. I hope everyone is doing good. I hope you guys already had a good start of the week. For me, it was a pretty strong start, let me say it like that. But of course, we're gonna go over the price reps from last week, from last Wednesday, and make some new price reps for this week. All right. Last week we didn't had a lot of price reps, but we did had some good opportunities there with the different pairs that I've been sharing. Okay. So first of all, let's start with gold. I cannot say a lot about gold, of course. This thing just rocket ship to the upside, all-time highs all the way. And if we take a look at our price trap that we made last week, we did break out, we did retest, but look at this massive wick to the downside. So take profits weren't possible here. Maybe break evens, but I think it would be a stop loss when you were looking for buys here for gold. All right. Sadly enough, because if we would have this one still running, yeah, that would be a pretty massive price trap. Good. Let's move on. Next one, GJ didn't do anything. Market broke out, never came back for the retest. So if we don't come back for the retest, we do not react, of course. You can say yeah, but now it came back. I personally prefer that the retest happened here because these were target zones that I'm looking for, all right? And this already hit before my retest happened, okay? So then I delete everything and move on to the next one. Euro JPY, exactly the same thing. Market broke out, never came back for the retest. Simple, we cannot react on this. You can again say, yeah, but we are now back. Can't we sell right now? No, not really. Because The market already took out a lot of take profits here, a lot of profit zones that I'm interested in. So then I delete my price trap and make some new structure, or find some new structure to make a new price trap. Okay, good. Then we have Euro AD. This was a beauty. All right, market first broke out to the upside. Okay, that was like Wednesday afternoon. Market came back for the retest. We did push a little bit here. So if you find yourself an entry, let me check. Yeah, we have this morning star here. We have this engulfing candle here. So it depends a little bit on where your reaction was. I think if you would be reacting here, it would be around a 15 pip stop. Oof, that's a very close one. Depends on your broker if it was hit or not. And like you can see, we went for 34 pips, around 34, 35 pips in profit. So this could be a break even. But if you took a stop loss on this one, that's no problem, because with price rep, remember yourself, or always say to yourself, if we do not respect this side, we have the other side also. And that's, I also gave this one on my morning sessions that I'm doing with the team here every morning. You saw this breakout to the downside. The market came back for a retest, and then we had two opportunities. The first one was here. The price action wasn't that clear, like you can see. The 1 hour candle wasn't engulfing. The 30-minute time frame was, yeah, basically rejecting to the upside. 50-minute time frame was also not showing the best price action here. Okay, if we then take a look at the higher levels, it's, in my opinion, way cleaner and better that we see here the retest. All right, we have this morning star 30-minute time frame. If you take a look, we have this tweezer top with massive rejections, and then we have the 1 hour time frame, which was also engulfing. So let's just say you went for the 1 hour engulfing. Let's just use that as an example. You guys know you can use your fib on the body of the candle as your entry. Closest fib can be the entry. For the people who are following me for years, they know what I'm talking about right now. Stop loss above the high, 15 pips. Look at that. 1 on 3 was the reward, 45 pips. This is even 75 pips. So 1 on 5 was possible here. But what I really like, and I've said this a couple of times on my sessions, is that my first take profit doesn't even have to break my structure here. And that's what I really like to see. Okay, so we don't need to break that structure, we just need to retest that structure. And here we have a beautiful take profit. We have a second retest right now, which is going massively, but I didn't look at this anymore because the take profit was hit. This was like Monday, yeah, this was Monday afternoon. Monday on the morning session, we got this entry, and then in the afternoon, we got the take profit. Good. Let's move on. Last one, ADJPY, also a beautiful one. Look at that. Market broke out, came back for the retest. The retest happened on Thursday night, Thursday afternoon. Engulfing candles all the way, rejection all the way, 30-minute time frame. Beautiful tweezer tops, engulfing candles, 50-minute time frame. Again, so much time to be reacting on this one here, all right? With a small stop loss. Let's say we went for the 1 hour, stop loss above 8 pips, something like that. And then, like you can see, we had a drop of a potential of 104. I don't want to count this low here. Why? This is after the weekend. And of course, I do not hold my ideas during the weekend. 70 pips, by the way. So almost 1 on 10. This is 1 on 8 or something. But I personally don't hold trades over the weekend, especially in times like this. Like, you know what's going on. Trump, who is looking at Greenland with some hungry eyes, and this is causing a lot of damage to the markets, or a lot of strange moves or crazy moves to the markets. And that's what we have seen this weekend, because we had a lot of gaps. All right, this one we were selling, so it was in our direction that the market made the gap. But just imagine that it goes against your direction. Remember that your stop loss won't be taken. So if you have, for example, a 0.5% risk, and there is a gap that doubles your stop loss, yeah, there goes your 0.5. You will end up with a 1% loss or more. Okay, so that's why I personally prefer to close out the ideas or the price reps before the weekend, especially in times like this. Okay, good. That's it. Do you guys have any pairs or any price reps you're looking at? Let me know in the chat box. Then I'm going to show you what I was looking for on the indices pretty quick, because I went pretty quick last week. I know that. So I was looking for sells on US 30. Beautiful, beautiful sell there. I closed out before the weekend, sadly enough. But I had a sell yesterday also, breakout retest. Then we had the NAS 100. I told you guys this was basically the price trap I was looking for. Breakout, retest, boom, sells. Same thing like US 30. SPX, same thing. We had this massive consolidation here, this price trap basically. Market broke out, came back for the retest, massive sell again. UK 100, I told you guys I was looking for buys, beautiful buys on UK 100. This is Wednesday, last Wednesday. So DE40, I didn't do anything with that. And then I had the Japanese, I was looking for buys here. I had the second buy here, and then the market decided to turn around. Good. All right. Good morning. Sadly was asleep at entry, but shit weak to be honest. Yeah. It was okay in my opinion. Last week it wasn't the most clean week. This week really started crazy. Last week it was like meh. Like this was yesterday, breakout retest. Look at that. Easy. So don't be too harsh on yourself because you missed out on an idea. It's good that you made the setup. It's good that you see the potential, that you know where your exact moment was for the reaction. That's also important. A lot of people, and I'm not talking that you are that, but I just noticed that a lot of people, if they're journaling, they're like journaling and they are writing down every single negative thing you did. You had 3 price traps the whole week. I had a lot of price traps to be honest. Or not a lot. It was okay. Let me check. Let me check in our charts here. Oh yeah, yesterday we had like 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 15 price traps. Indices included. Indices included. So minus the indices, you had like 8 price traps yesterday, something like that on the Forex. ADJPY. Yeah, and the day before, let me check. The day before was call. There we only had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 price traps Forex. And the indices, of course. I'm officially blind. Yeah, it was maybe the cleanest price traps. Let me maybe show you, like yesterday, the price traps. Then you maybe have an idea what I was looking for. And then I had UJ. So these were the price traps from yesterday. So Euro AD was the first one. Let me check. What did Euro AD do with this one? We could be looking for buys right now. Euro CHF, G-Chef. This is yesterday, by the way. We have silver, we have golds, we have AD Canadian. Like I said, this retest was beautiful. NZD CHF, Canadian CHF, GA, and then USD JPY. Sadly enough, I was doubting live on the session. That was a beautiful trade. I wrote it down in my journal that I was doubting with no reason because everything was in place and I just didn't trigger. Happens. So it was pretty quick, but now you have seen it. These were all the price traps I was looking for. Yesterday. Alrighty, I'm gonna move on and look what we have for today. 80 Canadian breaking now. Okay. Yeah, that's better. If this is clean, this is good. A lot of people, when it comes down to I'm not fully convinced about AD and ZD. When it comes down to trading and trading plan, they just doesn't have something like that. And you have a clear trading plan that you say no silver, no gold, no CHF, and you hold on to that. That's good. Positive. ADCHF can be interesting. Let's see. And maybe that's a little my fault that you don't look at CHF. A little bit. I was a long time. It was really a long time that I didn't trade any CHF pairs. But I added them to price trap, and of course you still have these periods where the market just does messy things. But sometimes the market just moves so clean on these CHF pairs. That's why I just added them. I just saw that I was missing out on opportunities. Any pairs you're looking for today? Anything you trapped? Boom, boom. GA, yeah, I'm gonna get back to GA at any moment. For Euro AD, I'm curious. What we gonna do with that breakout to the upside? Like you have seen, I've trapped this one yesterday. We didn't have a breakout yet, but now this massive push to the upside with the retest that is happening right now, this can be interesting. But I really want to see some good price action. NZD Canadian, okay. So Euro AD, this can literally be for any moment. Keep an eye out on that one. Same like ADCHF, to be honest. Would make sense. ADCHF sell, Euro AD buy. Okay. Euro JPY. You mean this resistance here? Yeah, it created an equal low. So for me personally, this is the lower high. That's why but I do understand. I do understand what you mean there. 100%. I'm also gonna say like it's not the cleanest price trap I've ever made, but I do like what I'm seeing, so I just want to keep an eye out. It's not because I trap it that I react on it. You should know that already. There's a lot of times that I just trap something, and if I don't like what I'm seeing, I just leave it alone. Boom. Euro JPY. Let's see, let's see. You could trap Euro NZD, but this is massive. Nah, gonna come back on that one. Euro USD, don't like it. We were looking for sells on Euro USD. Sadly enough, didn't respect. Just boom, shoot it higher. Euro CHF, was that a trade from yesterday? No. Nope, 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 nope. Was a good breakout retest though. GA, yes sir, yes sir. We already had this price trap yesterday. Let's see if we can follow that up. We had this breakout and retest, or was it Monday? I think it was Monday. Retest was, yeah, exactly. Just after the session yesterday. Yeah, you can definitely use it high, but I'm more interested in the breakout retest to the downside, of course. GN. Not the cleanest price trap, gonna be honest here, but yeah, let's see. It's structure. We broke the low. Let's see what the market will do if we can get back to that. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, same thing here. NZD Canadian, you trapped it also, right? Yeah. Did you trap G8 same like I did? Like this? I think so. There's no possible other way, so. And I think NZD Canadian, same thing. G8, NZD Canadian, which one? That's it? Of course, yeah, of course. NZJPY, I like it. Boom, 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 boom. Ooh, very high price here. Ooh, strong zones. Look at that. I like that. So, when's the JPY? Next one. We have a lot today. There we go. Another one. Another one. Yeah, definitely. We have a lot of pairs following that same structure, and you always wanna. But this is looking good. This is looking pretty nice. I love this one. Same like NST-JPY, NST-CAT, they are all looking the same, all the NZD pairs. So indeed, please be careful with if you have this, remember this NST-CHF one that I showed you. This is the next one. That was also a beautiful one yesterday. But no, if you have like all the NZD pairs, look at that. Amazing. So now we have like NST-CAT, NST-JPY, NST-USD. Yeah, you know the risk. If all three of them are ready at the same time and something happens to NZD, you know all three pairs or go to take profit or go to stop loss, of course. All right. USD CHF, I like this one. Easy structure. Easy. Another one. We have a lot today. Starting to sound like DJ Khaled. Another one. Euro AD yesterday? No, yesterday I didn't react on Euro AD. Not yesterday, the day before. So this sell I reacted. Yesterday I didn't do anything. Tuesday, no, I didn't do anything. Now it's interesting. Yeah, it wasn't the cleanest price or the cleanest retest we have seen. But plus I wasn't looking at that zone, to be honest. That resistance zone, I didn't give a peep about that zone. I was really interested in this low area. DJ Khaled. We the best music. That will be it for today. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it with that. So, all looking pretty good, pretty interesting and decent price traps. You could trap Euro Pound, but I got it. I've had it with Euro Pound. Wait, where was my last price trap here on Euro Pound? I keep trapping that thing, but it keeps doing some strange, nasty, ugly things. Euro Pound, where are you? No, I didn't even trap it Monday. Where was my last trap? Euro Pound, Euro Pound. Yeah, I already gave up. Like Friday also. Thursday maybe. Here we go. Here's Euro Pound. Last time I trapped it. Okay. It was decent though. Breakout retest, boom. Breakout retest. Okay. I didn't react to it. Yeah, but it's Euro Pound. Euro Pounds lately, how it's moving, blah, ugly. Ugly like crazy. Good. All right. We do have some interesting breakouts. 4 minutes left on some pairs that are breaking right now. Yeah, you can. I'm doubting a bit. This could definitely retest this consolidation zone. Nah, gonna leave it. There we go. That's it. That's it. Euro pound. You're talking about Euro pound that you would close out before the weekend? Monday. Yeah. Yeah. Euro pound. Euro pound. Yeah. But you did have a re-entry on Monday. here. If you want it, of course. Good. Let me check the indices pretty quick. Just a vision, just to see what I want to see here today. Yeah, not really the most clear US 30, so I want to see a breakout of the structure. NAS 100 same. We have the highs and the lows. This is the trap. I want to see a breakout before I want to see or I want to be interested in an idea. Maybe for SPX we can look for sells today. UK 100, maybe some sells here. DE 40, you can trap this high and low. And then the Japanese. Nah, Japanese I would leave it. The other ones are looking pretty decent. US 30, nah, doubtful. NAS looking good, SPX looking good. UK 100 looking good, and DE 40 looking good. All right, let me check the crypto because over there we have seen some crazy moves yesterday. Or before I start with crypto, let me first cover the news. So first of all, 8:30 already passed. We do have President Trump speaking at 2:30, so please beware that he's opening his mouth again. So be careful there. For the rest is looking pretty calm. We do have 1:30, the AED news. This can be pretty strong. The final GDP on the USD tomorrow, CPI on NZD. And Friday we have some JPY news. Oof, Friday is a pretty strong news day. Euro, JPY, pound, Canadian, USD. So this Friday could be a pretty strong day there. But for next week it's looking okay. We have FOMC on Wednesday, but we will talk about that when we are back on the session. Watch out for next Wednesday, CPI on AD during the night. So coming week, what are the things I'm looking for if it comes down to news? We have the CPI on AUD. Friday, the whole day basically. The final GDP here on USD also, and the core PCE. Also something to look at. NZD CPI at 1045. AD unemployment claims rate, 130, and then today President Trump. Yeah, that's it. All right, good. Crypto. So let's check what happened here. Yesterday we had a pretty bearish day. First of all, we closed out the week rejecting, and if you can remember my words, I'm not sure if I told it on the public session, so excuse me if I didn't, but I wanted to see the weekly close above the wicks. If I didn't, or if I hadn't seen these closes above these wicks, I expected a bearish Bitcoin for the upcoming week, and look at that. It's happening. All right. So we had the bearish close on the weekly. I was looking at this demand zone to maybe have a higher low and see the market pushing higher again. It just didn't happen. All right. The first demand zone is not respected. We are at the second demand zone here. So this is a pretty strong zone. Just look at this. Look at this. Why is this a strong zone? Why am I still looking for maybe a reaction here? There is still a possibility we will see the market going higher from this point. But why this zone? Why this exact line at 89, around 89, 200? Look how the market is reacting on that zone. So let's just go over it together. Market comes down, reacts. Market breaks down, retests, reacts. Market goes up. Here it goes through. It doesn't do anything with that zone. But look at that. Retest, retest. Goes down, retest, 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 retest. You see how much times the market has been retesting that specific zone. So that's the reason why I'm still looking at this as a demand zone that could potentially be used to have that higher low. But of course, I am not stupid. I am not blind. The market has broke structure. Okay, so it all depends when we get back here right now. So this is the demand zone for the retest to the upside. Let me use these arrows because we have this zone right over here that could be used as a supply where the market could go bearish again. But also, of course, this one is also pretty strong on there. So this is basically the box that I would be looking for potential down moves. And if we do not react on that, I do see a higher Bitcoin again. All right. I'm still convinced we can get this zone here, like back to that 100K before we really get the drop. Or, like I already said, we can also sweep that low here to then go higher. Like go to that 80K, sweep this liquidity, sweep that low, and then start going higher again. Okay? Because this is also still a pretty strong zone that I'm looking for to see the market going lower. Like that's that 80,000 level. Okay? So that's basically the vision I have for Bitcoin. So we can have that retest here, go lower into these wicks. Or if we don't respect, we go higher, of course. All right. But these are the two main options I'm looking for. Okay. The dominance climbing higher a little bit, which means that, of course, Ethereum is also going pretty low here. Same thing with the weekly, by the way. We did not close above these wicks. I wanted to see it close above these wicks. And then on the daily time frame, you see that the market is retesting this lower demand level. I think we have like a kind of same level like Bitcoin, maybe a little higher here. Let me check. Yeah, something like that. So let's see if we can follow that up, if we can hold that demand zone. If we get back to this retest here, we gotta pay attention. So this could be the box where we will see Bitcoin go, Ethereum, excuse me, go lower. So a little bit the same here, what I'm looking for. Sweep of the lows to then go higher or something like that. Okay, so that's the main focus. Of course, if we now go from this point straight to that supply zone and we do not respect this and break through that, yeah, then it's totally different. Then we go like this, all right? But let's first focus on where we are right now. Let's don't be the crystal ball theory, like try to predict what's gonna happen. Let's just follow up where we are right now, and if we can get back to that supply zone, we will keep an eye out what's happening there. All right. If we just drop through this, yeah, then we will need to watch this zone around 2,500, how the market will react on that. Okay. For the rest, of course, all the other pairs are doing this exactly the same thing. Some pairs are already sweeping the lows. Some pairs aren't. So for example, Hidera swept his low. Stellar is retesting that demand. Ripple is retesting demand. Uniswap swap is sweeping lows. So yeah, you see, we are kind of on the same place on every single pair. If we take a look at Ethereum against Bitcoin, where are we? Where are we? Here we go. Yeah, still holding on to that zone. And where is Solana against Bitcoin? Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, a little bit the same. A little bit the same. Okay. That will be it. That will be it. Any questions? Anything to add? Let me check what the blue flags are doing. Nope. No live entry today. Example. Live example. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. We broke out on G8. We broke out on GN. We broke out on NZD Canadian. ADUSD. AD Canadian also broke out. And that's it. Yes, that's it. How do you got Euro JPY? I took it like this. Why this low? Why not this low? This is the breakout retest that created the higher low. Good, you got it? No problem, no problem, with pleasure. Any more questions? If not, I'm gonna close out this session, of course, this morning session. And we see each other back next week for the review of all the price traps. I will have my work though. We have like 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 14, 16 price traps, only Forex pairs. So yeah, be careful, okay? There are a lot of price traps. You don't want to be reacting on every single one of them, of course, because then your risk doesn't make sense anymore. So yeah, just make sure to follow everything, follow your trading plan. Don't just react because you wanna have profits. React because it's matching your trading plan and matching your risk management plan. All right, that's a very important one. Okay, for the people who are in our community here in Belgium, in our Discord, so the private community, I won't be able to do my session tomorrow morning, but Friday morning at 8:30 I will be back. Okay, so tomorrow morning no session. Friday morning 8:30 I will be back. For the people here now, Wednesday, of course, next Wednesday I will be there and review everything we have done today. Okay, so thank you all for being here. I wish you a beautiful rest of the week, a beautiful weekend, and we see each other next week on Wednesday for a brand new price up session. See you very soon. Ciao, ciao.